Let's move to your junior year, Will, because, again, you suffered the injury, but you overcame the adversity. I'm not sure if this was a Friday or what day it was, but, again, you come into your junior season, which, again, I think this speaks to, how good of a prospect you were, how good of a player you were, obviously your character, and overcoming, again, that adversity. You were a 2017 preseason All-American, third-team preseason All-American by Baseball American. You didn't even pitch the year before. But you come in that year, you throw 5 scoreless, 7 strikeouts, and a 5-1 win over UNCG. And, again, you finally get back out in the field. Just talk about that because, again, it's that mental grind, overcoming that. You finally get back out in the bump, and you have a successful return. I'm sure that was something where it was like really a rush of emotion for you.
Yeah, I'm not one to throw, upper 90s. And I remember the first pitch, I'm out there all on adrenaline, on steam, just ready to go. And I think that first pitch I threw was like 97, like over the backstop. It felt like catcher's jumping out of squat, and it's like, all right, we're back. We're here. Let's go. It's finally back in that like real game atmosphere. It's go time. And once that first pitch was gone, man, it was back to competing. It's I'm out here trying to win this game for my guys and try and do my best for my guys, and that's all I was worried about. And like you said, I had a good game. It was good to get back out there and fight those emotions, and I was super excited about it. That's another one that'll always stick with me.
Now, would you say Tommy John helped you? I mean, you were one of the guys that you saw a velo jump. Because, I mean, again, that's not always the case, but you do hear of a lot of guys that they come back throwing harder. I mean, was that it for you, I would say, or?
I mean, yeah. I mean, when I came back, I was probably 90, 92 as a freshman. And that first, that year, that first year I came back, I was 4 to 6 a lot of the time, touching 7s. And, I mean, even now, like, I'm off the adrenaline rush and all that good stuff. But I'm still, I mean, I can still get 95, so I would say, yeah, it helped me. The thing is when you go through Tommy John, you're not like building up your elbow, you're building up your shoulder, and you're doing all these like little muscles in your shoulder that you've probably never worked out before. So you get all these little muscles stronger and things, and it just helps with the recovery side, and it helps with the transitional side of, getting your body into better shape or getting your arm into better shape. And you're just letting that ligament, kind of heal, and then your shoulder is really getting stronger. So yeah, I think if you do it the right way and you do it with the right people, with the right training, there's no way you're not going to come back stronger, because more than likely you haven't, trained your body that way before for 16 months.
Yeah. Minor setback for a major comeback for sure. It's crazy how something like that can turn out to be probably the best thing that ever happened to you. I want to talk a little bit about that junior year, Will, because again, you were a big piece yet again, went 6-5 with a 3.41 ERA. But I want to ask you, because I remember specifically about that 2017 season. And when you think back, and I'm sure you think the same way, but when you think back, it is crazy to see the guys you played with and where they are now. I mean, Clark Schmidt, look what he's doing. Adam Hill, and you keep going down the list, hitters, Alex Destino, and these other guys, and like that team, Tyler Johnson. I remember that team was ranked in the top 5 in the preseason, and then the season went the way it did. Injury after injury after injury after losing this Sunday. It felt like every weekend was coming down to the final game, and you guys, for whatever reason, ball wasn't bouncing your way. I mean, just talk about that junior season again. I know you didn't close your career the way you necessarily wanted, at least team-wise. I mean, how difficult was it going through that season? Because, again, it just all the preseason expectations and then the injury bug hits, and it just felt like it was a snowball that just got out of control that year.
Yeah, it's frustrating. You like you said, we had a bunch of studs on that team. Yeah. And I think we had maybe one of our best, like talent-wise teams, maybe.
People were saying before that season that they thought that was the best Gamecocks pitching staff of all time, like weekend rotation with Clark, you, and then Adam Hill, which, I mean, you could realistically debate that. I will give you that. You could debate that.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we were stacked. And like you said, the ball didn't fall our way sometimes. We got into some bad predicaments sometimes, we beat ourselves sometimes. But, it was frustrating, but it's baseball. I think big thing that, like, even Ray came in my freshman year and told us this, and Chad would always say it was, in the SEC, you play 30 games. You're going to win 10, you're going to lose 10. It's those other 10 that really determine what happens. And it just so happened that those other 10, I think we were like 3-7. And if you look at it, we probably lost, those 7 games that we lost were probably by a run or by the ball not falling our way, or, a blue pit here and something happening here. It's not like we were getting boat raced or anything, but like you lose your Friday night guy who ends up being a first rounder. You lose Tyler Johnson, who's a 5th rounder throwing 100. You lose him for half the year. Right. Just so many things. Like Madison Stokes, most of that year was hurt. Like, just a lot of things just didn't fall our way. And, that's just baseball sometimes. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way it is. And we hated it. But then you look next year, the following year, you still have Adam Hill. You still got a lot of your core guys, and you go to a super regional. And that just shows you that the team that we had was there, but, the pieces weren't in the right place. With the injuries and such things. So the ball can fall either way. It still does it in the big leagues, in AA, AAA, it's the same way. Like, the ball is not going to fall your way sometimes, and it's whatever, but like, we let it snowball, and that was on us. And unfortunately we didn't get to where we wanted to be, but we were stacked. It just stinks that that's the way it happened here.